Today we're here and we're doing an experiment with some of our favorite candies, Peeps. And I'm here today with my friend Jamie. She's going to be our student today. And she's going to make some observations about what happens to Peeps when we do some different things to them. The first thing that we're going to do is that we're going to put a Peep in a glass of water. So my question for you is, what do you think is going to happen when you put the Peep in water? Do you think it's going to sink? Do you think it's going to float? Do you think it's going to dissolve? My question is to Jamie. Jamie, hi.
Hi.
What do you think? What do you think is going to happen to the Peep? I've got this paper here for you, and
Yes.
I'll try to put a link in the comments in the description about for this paper, and you can make your own predictions and observations and conclusions about what happens to the actual Peep. So we're doing there's three different things that we're going to do to the Peep. The first one is we're going to put it in the water. So what do you think, Jamie? What do you think is going to happen?
I have a question, Miss Johnson.
Yes.
How long are we going to leave the Peep in the water?
Well, we'll leave it in until after we're done with the third part, which we're going to put it in the freezer.
Oh, okay.
And so then we'll see what happens after about an hour, because we have to wait about an hour to see what happens to the Peep when we put it in the freezer.
Then my prediction is, I think at first the Peep is going to float, but then I think it will eventually dissolve. I don't know. It depends on how long we leave it in there. It might sink while it's dissolving.
All right. So go ahead and write your prediction down, and then I'm going to let you actually put the Peep in the water.
Okay.
Okay.
Do I get to eat one of them later?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Ooh, it's floating.
Oh, it's floating. But you'll notice that the little sugar molecules that are on the little pieces of sugar that are on the Peep itself, they're actually kind of sinking down to the bottom. It'll be interesting to see what happens after about an hour.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, and you can also, there's a section for you to make observations. You could, if you're a younger student, you could just draw a picture about what your prediction is also. So there you have it. There's water. Okay, so we've got another Peep, and the second part of this experiment is that we're going to put some heat onto this Peep. We're gonna put it into the microwave and see what happens when we put it. Well, what happens when we put it in the microwave? So, Jamie, what is your prediction about what you think is going to happen to the Peep when we put it in the microwave?
I think it's going to melt all into a gooey pile.
Okay, all right. Just right at the beginning, you think that's all it's going to do is melt into a gooey pile?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Let's see what happens. I'm going to take it over here to the microwave, and we'll be right back with the marshmallow that we put in the microwave for 30 seconds. The heat, and you'll see now that it's coming out of the microwave, it's
starting to shrink.
Shrinking.
Yeah. But it got really big.
Yeah. So
the compared to a normal Peep.
Yep. So the heat in the made the air that's in the marshmallows, it made it expand, right?
Right.
And now that there's not any heat coming to it, it kind of has shrunk back to almost its normal size. So let's smell it. Doesn't really have a smell.
No.
Okay. All right. So Jamie's going to write down what the conclusion was on this, is that the heat made the made the marshmallow expand. So okay, so the last thing that we're going to do with this marshmallow, Jamie, is we're going to put it into the freezer. What do you think cold is going to do to this Peep? How do you think it's going to affect it? What is your prediction?
Well, since heat made the Peep expand, I think maybe putting it in the freezer is going to make it shrink.
Okay, we'll see. We're going to put this Peep in the freezer for about an hour, and we'll be back. Okay, we are back here with our Peeps. We have our Peep that was in the freezer here, Jamie. You thought that it was going to shrink. What do you think? Did it shrink a little bit?
It looks a little smaller.
Yeah,
yes.
It does look a little bit smaller. You want to pick it up and see what happens when you touch it?
Oh, okay. So Peeps are usually kind of squishy. This one it's still a little squishy,
but now it's a little bit.
Yeah, it's definitely flatter, I think.
Flatter, and I'm probably a little bit harder.
Yeah, and it's harder.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's after an hour. The Peep in the water after an hour pretty much stayed the same. And the Peep that was in the microwave that we heated up, it really squashed down. So make your conclusions and have fun. I hope you had fun doing this experiment.